I think my screen is visible, right?
Yes, I'm able to see your screen.
Okay, okay. So let's start with today's session, like what is PowerShell and what all these features and
Mhm.
benefits and also versions we will know about it today.
Mhm.
Like I think some module of PowerShell module one, and then
Mhm.
we will talk about some of the shortcuts and the keys. We will
Okay.
talk about it. Okay.
Okay.
So when it comes to PowerShell,
Mhm.
like PowerShell is an automation language, some people will say,
Okay.
and in which areas we will using this PowerShell in the sense like many of the people will use, and let me tell you in it, just a
Mhm.
moment. In areas like SQL Server,
Mhm.
Cloud, DevOps, VMware, Active Directory,
Mhm.
Citrix, O365,
Mhm.
Office 365,
Mhm.
and also some other areas we'll be using it. Like
Mhm.
mainly focusing on PowerShell in the sense like its purpose of automation.
Mhm.
Automation in the sense like we'll be using some of the commands over here, writing them, individually or some scripts. Inside of that scripts also we will be writing and executing this.
Mhm.
Like yeah, previously we have something called as command prompt.
Yeah.
And before that we have like nowadays we have graphical user interface like
Mhm.
GUI based to advance like GUI to command line, I can say. GUI to
Mhm.
command line interface CLI like that we have. So whatever
Mhm.
the activities we are performing in GUI, the same activities
Mhm.
we are going to perform in CLI as well,
Okay.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Previously, we'll be using some of the platform like a command prompt. Have you heard of it? I think
Yeah.
nowadays. Yeah, command prompt. What we are going to do in command prompt?
Mhm.
Can you tell me what we are going to do in command prompt?
In command prompt, like we are checking whether from example, if server is up or down, ping, we can say.
Okay.
Mm.
Can we say that command prompt is advanced of, I mean, PowerShell is nowadays advanced of command prompt,
Correct, correct.
right? And also, uh, in previously, before
Mm-hmm.
PowerShell, they will be using something different over here. Have you know about it?
Which one?
If they will be using command prompt. The command
Okay.
prompt name will be calling as something different here. What was the name here?
Not sure.
Uh, they will be using like MS-DOS,
Okay, MS-DOS, huh?
and inside of this MS-DOS, they will be using like
Okay.
batch scripting.
Mm-hmm.
So the commands will
Batch
be
scripting in the sense like this one only, like whatever we want to execute commands that will be saved in as a batch file.
yes.
Okay.
That thing we can call it as batch scripting as well. Before
Mm-hmm.
PowerShell scripting, we have like batch scripting over here,
Okay.
like that we'll be having. So
Mm.
major task is like MS-DOS is also performing some of the automation kind of thing, and also command prompt is also doing like some of the advanced PowerShell. And when it comes to PowerShell, very advanced level of commands. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
automation kind of thing we can do it over here.
Okay.
Why? Because of what's the reason we are doing kind of these activities in the sense because of its underground background support is there by using this
Mm-hmm.
feature called as .NET Core is
Okay.
one of the feature. Because of that feature, it was generating advanced kind of automation. So
Okay.
previously, when you were working with MS-DOS,
Mm-hmm.
definitely they have to require to work on. Uh, it is built on the top of .NET framework,
Okay.
whereas this PowerShell and all these things uh, also built in same thing only. But
Mm-hmm.
they nowadays from about 2016 onwards, they are using
Mm-hmm.
like a .NET Core.
.NET Core. Okay. So
So
what is the difference between the .NET Framework and .NET Core?
.NET framework is only built on top of Windows.
Okay.
.NET Core is also the same version, but
Mm-hmm.
it should be working in a nowadays cross-platform.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So nowadays it was working in a cross-platform.
Mm-hmm.
Just a hold a second.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
batch
one more
script.
Chaitanya,
Yeah,
like
sure.
the command prompt, whatever we are using command, the same commands we are using in PowerShell, or it's a different.
We can use it. We can use it as
Okay.
well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Batch scripting and PowerShell scripting is similar to same only.
Okay.
Nothing different for it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's the thing. Like, what about PowerShell definition? We can say like PowerShell is a command line
Mm-hmm.
interface,
Okay.
means it works with commands.
Okay.
Okay. Some people will
Mm-hmm.
say this kind of definition as well. Some
Mm-hmm.
people will say different kind of definitions. I will write those definitions as well. Okay. Using PowerShell, some people will say
Mm-hmm.
PowerShell is a scripting language
Mm-hmm.
for the automation of the tasks, automation of the tasks. That means
Mm-hmm.
a file inside commands, we can say simple.
Okay.
Some people will say like this one also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And there is another definition for PowerShell. Some people will say PowerShell is a management configuration tools. I
Okay.
mean to say,
Mm-hmm.
have you heard about DSC,
Yeah. Yeah.
Disaggregate Configuration?
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is one of the feature.
Okay.
We have alternative tools for desired state configuration.
Okay.
In DevOps, we will be calling it as Ansible
Okay.
or Puppet. Whatever the Ansible is Puppet are doing, the same
Mm-hmm.
kind of mechanism we can do it with DSC using
Okay.
PowerShell.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of the very, very important feature.
Okay.
Okay. And uh, this whole product is developed by Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The developer who is developed this, who is the author means Jeffrey Snower.
Okay. Is the founder or?
Yeah, he is the main person to develop this PowerShell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In 2006, they have released this version 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, later on, the stable version which I have released is version 5.1. Okay,
Mm.
okay, and then in 2015, 2015 up to there, they have used this version
Mhm.
5.1. And when it comes to 2016, they have released cross-platform like a cross-platform version, which is called as 7.3.
Okay.
No, no, no. 7.3, I think, just a second.
Mhm.
From 2016 onwards, they have released like some other versions here. And
Okay.
from version 6 onwards,
Mhm.
they have released as freeware and open source.
Okay.
Freely and open source they have released. And as of today, market, you can check on 2024,
Mhm.
March, according to today's date. If I can check in Google,
Mhm.
7.4.1.
Okay. Mhm.
As of today, we have 7.4. Okay.
So, like this, is there any versions in command prompt? No, right? Only it's in PowerShell.
Yeah, PowerShell
Mm.
only we have it.
Okay.
And here,
Mhm.
version 7. Okay.
Mhm.
From version 6 onwards, they have made it as open source.
Okay.
Okay. And then really available. They have made it is available.
Okay.
And from version 6, before that, I mean, .NET Core,
Mm.
.NET Core, this was working in Linux previously.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let me write a difference for you.
Okay.
.NET mm, framework, which is designed to work on Windows. Okay.
Okay.
Like that, it was divided. And let me show some kind of diagrammatic format.
Mhm.
We have something called as operating systems.
Okay.
Okay. Something
Mm.
operating systems we have like client OSs, Windows 11, 10, 7, 8, 8.1. Okay. And what about server OSs? We have like 2012 R2, 2016, 2019, nowadays 2022 also there.
Mhm.
Have you ever tried about 2022 in
Yeah, yeah.
production?
We are using.
Yeah.
Mm.
And also these all the things
Mhm.
were built on, they will be automatically building this one of the feature called as .NET framework.
Okay.
Okay. This
Okay.
.NET framework was built in by using VB.NET language
Okay.
or C Sharp language. Okay.
Okay.
This language was built in like that. Okay.
Okay.
And suppose
Mm-hmm.
this PowerShell, what they have done means
Mm-hmm.
we have something, some command is there, like PowerShell is natively available here.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't need to install anything here.
Okay.
It's automatically been available in this .NET framework.
Mm-hmm.
On top of this .NET framework, they have installed PowerShell.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So we don't need to install anything. Natively,
Mm-hmm.
some of the software is available, PowerShell.
Okay.
Like that, we will be going to use it. For
Mm-hmm.
suppose, for suppose,
Mm-hmm.
if we wanted to utilize one of the commands, some of the commands in PowerShell,
Mm-hmm.
how it is going to be works in the sense,
Okay.
like suppose there is a command we have, or everybody we are using it nowadays. That command name is uptime.
Okay.
How this uptime can be done in by using this uh, .NET. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there
Mm-hmm.
is a feature called as something called as a .NET framework. We will be having something called as class object.
Okay.
This class object will go to this over here, and then
Mm-hmm.
they will be having some code over here like class class update, something like
Okay.
that. Inside of
Mm-hmm.
this, they will be having some methods. Okay, and also they will be having some variables, and also they will be having some dozens of code over here.
Okay.
Dozens of code is available. So so inside of this, we'll be having this kind of codes here.
Okay.
The uptime is when we are calling this uptime command,
Mm-hmm.
immediately it will call into the class object
Okay.
by using this .NET framework. Inside of this, it will go over here, and inside of
Okay.
this, the class respective class will be triggered, and it will
Mm-hmm.
search about this uptime command,
Okay.
uptime board keyword, whether it is
Mm.
available. It will perform to, but it will show the information for us at what point of time our mission has been rebooted, and
Okay.
how much time is required. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
this time status, all the information will be getting it. And
Okay.
usually, what we are going to do is we're going to task manager. Before that, we are checking over here,
Yeah. Correct. Correct.
like
Okay. Process.
yeah, uptime two
Mm-hmm.
days. Like that, we are going to check and performing. We need to know about it.
Correct.
But here, by using this uptime command, there will be having some kind of information. It will be
Mm.
automatically displayed. Someone has written this code, so we are
Okay.
using it. Just
What if someone like a .NET framework they are remove the feature from the server, so then these codes will work?
not work
Okay.
independently directly. This should has to work in .NET only.
Okay.
Otherwise, the
Mm-hmm.
PowerShell is totally built on .NET framework.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So without having the dependency, we couldn't able
Mm-hmm.
to run it.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So these all variable scripts codes that will be there in .NET framework, correct?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Mm.
So mainly PowerShell has been divided into two kind of areas.
Okay.
One is CLI
Mm-hmm.
and another one is scripting language.
Okay.
So for CLI mode, how we are going to access, for scripting mode, how you are going to access. These things we will check now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh, so CLI in the sense, what it can be like
Command line.
PowerShell console, we can say.
PowerShell console. Okay.
Okay. And when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to scripting mode in the sense, what we can say?
It's a script.
ISE. We
I
have
see.
for scripting languages, most of the cases we will use like in the end of this. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In the PowerShell console in the sense, we'll be using like one line commands.
Okay.
Okay. When it
Mm-hmm.
comes to ISC, we'll be writing some kind of like, let's take it as A, B, C, and then we'll be mentioning like commands. I was just writing like this,
Mm-hmm.
commands and syntaxes will be writing like this over here.
Okay.
Yep. And also scripting languages, we'll be writing some kind of scripts over here, and then
Mm-hmm.
we'll combine them in one file, and then we will write it. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So other platforms like nowadays,
Mm-hmm.
like Linux and Mac OS also can able to use this PowerShell. Why they
Okay.
have been using in the sense that they will be using this kind of feature called as .NET Core.
Okay. So like how .NET framework is there in works for Windows. So .NET Core works for Mac OS and Linux, correct?
Yes, yes, yes. .NET Core is designed for cross-platform. Other
Mm-hmm.
platforms will have to work on it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So the .NET Core is it's a inbuilt of Linux and Mac OS.
no, no, no. It's built on OS, Windows only, but
Okay.
they have made it is available on Linux and Mac
Okay.
OS.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, previous days you can observe like
Mm-hmm.
.NET is only available in Windows only.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Now .NET Core, whenever the change has been transitioned to
Mm-hmm.
.NET Core, they have made it
Okay.
as cross-platform here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So now what kind of applications we are developing .NET, those applications will be installed and hosting on Linux and as well as Mac OS as well.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So that's how it will work. We can build whatever kind of applications we can want, we can build it using this over here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and by using .NET framework, they have made it as these languages.
Mm-hmm.
Now, uh, do you know about Python, right?
Python, no, not no much.
Yeah, one of the feature of Python we can say is like Python is a platform independent. Many people are saying it. In
Mm-hmm.
upcoming days, PowerShell
Mm-hmm.
also going to be called as platform independent.
Okay.
Nowadays, platform independent only because
Mm-hmm.
whatever the PowerShell code you have written that same
Mm-hmm.
code can be executed in Mac
Correct,
OS and
correct.
Linux as well.
Yeah, yeah. In my team, someone is there like he know Python. Okay, whatever he is executing the Python in PowerShell.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
The
So
same
is
thing we
it
can execute.
required? Python is required for
Not required, not
PowerShell.
required, not required.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's just an optional. I'm just
Okay.
telling an example for the way.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Okay.
let me tell you, like, uh, sorry, I forgot at this point. Just a moment. Yeah, in PowerShell,
Mm-hmm.
Windows is having topmost place, but when it comes to Linux and Mac OS, somehow the place is very lesser.
Okay.
The point over here is still it's in developing stage only.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Linux and Mac OS still it's in development stage only, but
Okay.
somehow we are utilizing it. But the problem over here is in upcoming days it's going to be like that.
Okay.
It's a cross-platform, platform independent, and whatever the features which are available in Windows, the same kind of features can be
Mm-hmm.
implemented by using this PowerShell through
Okay.
Linux and Mac OS. You can easily
Mm-hmm.
implement it.
Okay.
If you search about the .NET Core, .NET framework, if I talk about it, .NET, I type .NET download.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can see here
Okay. Linux.
.NET Core only. It will come like
Mm-hmm.
this. Nowadays, Windows, Mac OS, and everything is being supported here.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All .NET versions. If I click on it, you can see here.
Okay.
Suppose I click on .NET 8. Okay, Linux
Mm-hmm.
is there, Mac OS is there, Windows is there.
Okay.
That's how it was supporting here.
Okay.
Yeah, any doubts in this?
No, no, no.
Okay. Now, uh, this PowerShell location, we need to know about it. Okay.
Okay.
In Windows, how many ways we can able to access this PowerShell, and also at which location on our folders it's been available. I will just
Okay.
showcase for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm coming to this PC.
Okay.
Just okay. In C location, uh, we have something called as Windows. You need to go for the Windows folder. Instead
Okay.
of this Windows, we have System32.
Mm-hmm.
We need to go over here, System32. And
Okay.
inside of the System32, we have something called as, we need to type Windows W letter, and then you can see here PowerShell. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
V1.0, and then we'll
Mm-hmm.
be seeing here.
Okay. So it's a version 1,
No, no, no.
1.0.
Many people will thought it like version 1.
Okay.
They have developed like that. This
Okay.
folder
Okay.
location, the folder name,
Mm.
they have named it as version 1.0,
Okay.
V1.0, but it's not a version over here.
Okay.
This is the default location. They made up it like that.
Okay. Okay.
So from here itself, we can launch the PowerShell.
Mm-hmm.
So it will comes like this.
Yeah.
Okay, if I want the PowerShell ISC as well, I can launch it over here. I can launch it over here as well.
Okay.
So both the ways we can launch here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
this is one of the way we can launch us. I mean, every time we can't remember this path name and
Mm-hmm. Correct. Correct.
to do this. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
let me write it over here. PowerShell console default location PowerShell console and ISC is okay
Okay.
1.0 1.0, and then I'll be mentioning over here like this. Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
inside of this we can do PowerShell .exe. Okay, and then
Okay.
PowerShell ISC
Clear.
.exe. Okay,
Okay.
this is the location where we can able to see it.
Mm-hmm.
From both the ways we can launch it here.
Okay.
This is the default location. If I show over here, you can
Mm-hmm.
observe the same
Okay.
name it was showing. So we
Mm-hmm.
have something types and configurations, everything we have in it.
Okay.
Okay, and then uh, how how to launch PowerShell console. How many ways we have to launch this PowerShell console?
Mm-hmm.
Method one, Method one, by pressing on the start key,
Mm-hmm.
start button, and typing like PowerShell, we are getting like this.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Start type, we can, if you want, we can run it as run as
Mm-hmm.
administrator. It's asking yes prompt. After launching this, it will comes like this. I am using different, I mean, viewer. I mean,
Okay.
for explaining Python, I was have done like
Mm-hmm.
this.
Okay. Okay.
So that's why it was coming like white here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Even if we want, we can change it as well. You can see here by editing
Okay.
defaults, we can change
Mm-hmm.
it whichever we want, we
Okay.
can change. Okay. Like this, it was there. We can
Mm-hmm.
run like that PowerShell and typing it in the search icon like that.
Okay.
Okay. Or otherwise Windows ISE as well.
Mm-hmm.
The same way we can launch it here.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And there is another method which we'll be calling as Windows R. Windows R. After this here, we just typing PowerShell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. By
Okay.
type PowerShell, it will open the prompt for us.
Okay.
Or otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
if we wanted to run as an
Admin.
administrator mode,
Mm-hmm.
we need to do something shortcut here like Control Shift Enter.
Okay.
If I press Control Shift Enter, I'll be
Mm-hmm.
getting like administrator mode.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I will remember the shortcut now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is method one. By
Mm-hmm.
using start and then type PowerShell. Okay, and
Okay.
then yeah, with or without admin, with admin or without admin, like that we can launch.
Okay.
Okay, when comes to method two, by pressing on Windows plus R, okay, and
Mm-hmm.
then type PowerShell,
PowerShell.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
Control plus Shift and then Enter,
Enter.
okay, it will
Mm.
comes into administrator mode.
Okay. So
It
this
comes
one
into
will open
administrator.
ISC or console?
Normal console.
Normal console. Okay.
Okay. When coming to method three,
Mm-hmm.
are you using which system?
Windows 10.
Windows 10. I
Mm.
think in your side you will be having this shortcut here.
Mm-hmm.
In mine, I'm using Windows 11.
Mm-hmm.
Windows plus X. If I click on like that, Windows plus
Okay.
X. Okay. Now
Mm-hmm.
can type it Windows plus X. I think I'm using different here. It was coming like that. If you type Windows plus X, it will comes like
Yeah.
this here,
Correct.
right?
Correct. Yeah.
On that place, you can see some things are highlighting over there.
Yeah.
Windows X. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Windows X, if you type, you'll be getting like
Mm-hmm.
PowerShell and
Admin.
admin, like that you are
Mm.
getting. What are the
Correct.
letters they are highlighting over there?
Mm. Mm. Okay. Windows PowerShell, Windows PowerShell admin.
Yeah. In that letters, something will be highlighting here.
Uh, in Windows 11.
No.
Hmm?
Let me put you in it way. Just a
Okay.
moment.
Okay.
Because I'm using different console, that's why.
Uh-huh.
Okay, if you can see here, this is
Yeah.
something highlighting over there. And mine is Windows 11, right? I was getting like
Uh,
terminal here. In
okay.
your
Okay.
case also in PowerShell, some of the letters are highlighting here. You can observe here.
Okay.
You can see installed apps, P letter is highlighting. Mobile it is under V is highlighting. System
Okay.
Y is
Okay.
highlighting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
When you
In
type like this,
yeah, in Windows PowerShell, I is highlighting, and
yes.
Windows PowerShell admin, A is highlighting.
Yeah, the same letters here also the same letters
Okay.
you can see here. So
Mm-hmm.
by pressing Windows X and if I press I here, it will open
Mm-hmm.
normal console here, normal
Okay.
PowerShell console. If I pressing
Mm-hmm.
Windows X and if I pressing A here, shortcut,
Okay.
it will open like administrator mode.
Admin. Okay. Okay.
That's how it will works, the PowerShell.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, like that we can open here.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And why it's like in Windows 11, it is named as a terminal or?
They have named it like that. By this is the
Okay.
terminal only. This is the
Mm-hmm.
terminal. I mean, inside of this we can launch whatever versions we want. Some of the
Mm-hmm.
command prompts also we can launch it.
Okay.
By using this some one feature, we can do whatever they want. I don't know why for what purpose they have introduced it. Somehow
Mm-hmm.
it was very irritating to opening
Okay.
it. Okay, this is normal console of PowerShell.
Okay.
Okay, and it comes to this one, admin console. Okay, for accessing this PowerShell. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
now let's open this PowerShell and let me run it in administrator mode
Mm-hmm.
so that, well, for daily activities, let me open in from run here. Control Shift Enter
Okay.
so that it will open like this.
Mm-hmm.
So Windows System 32 from here we can open in the PowerShell. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
There is in PowerShell we'll be having utilizing two commands daily.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for first command is like we can say it is a command, and second command we can say as B command. A and B
Okay.
commands of PowerShell we can say like that. The
Mm-hmm.
part is that A command in the sense get command.
Okay.
If I type like this, I'll be getting huge number of list here.
Okay.
Think still it's running.
Mm-hmm.
Around somewhere around like some, I don't remember the count. It will
Mm-hmm.
get some count here.
Okay.
It's keep on running the
Mm-hmm.
PowerShell commands. It is a command.
Okay.
Okay. Get
Mm-hmm.
command, what it will do, it is a command. It lists
Mm-hmm.
out all available commands in the server or in the OS.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is
Mm-hmm.
which another command which is called as get help.
Okay.
This is the command regularly we'll be using it.
Mm-hmm.
Regularly we'll be using it. Some of the thing we have to know about it. If I type
Mm-hmm.
why it's running over here, something like that, it will show and run.
Okay.
It will download some of the commandlets.
Mm-hmm.
You can see here,
Yeah.
it was updating the help here.
Okay.
My system has recently changed, so that's the reason it was downloading all this content.
Mm-hmm.
I have reset whole the system.
Mm-hmm.
I lost at D drive, so I
Okay.
purchased again one
Mm-hmm.
disk as SSD, so it was working
Okay.
like it.
So get help command is like it will download latest commands or
Uh, Not latest commands, whatever the
Mm,
commandlets which are there, it will update the
mm,
nodes according to that, and it will what are the commandlets are available. These all the things will
mm,
displayed here, and it
okay.
will we will see the help of it. Like suppose
Mm-hmm.
uh like something like that you can see here, get help,
Mm-hmm.
get process. If I type like that, if we need to write some command here, okay. If I write
Mm-hmm.
like get help, get command,
Okay.
something like that, I was writing it over here. You
Mm-hmm.
can see here.
Okay.
It will discuss about get command descriptions and syntaxes, everything. It will show synapse, get all
Mm,
commands. Okay.
okay.
It will show the some syntaxes and it will show the description over here.
Mm-hmm.
How can we utilize it directly or without it directly? And is any kind of examples are required, it will show us
Okay. Mm-hmm.
any documentation we need to follow.
Mm-hmm.
Everything it will show in some similar information it will show.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it will works. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Any other doubts?
No, no. Like this one, like modules we need to install or
Everything is already some of the predefined models will be there. And if we want
okay,
also we can install it as well.
okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, they like after installing the modules again, if you press get help command
No, no,
and
get help
mm,
command. Yeah, if you type get help command, it will read the documentation of it. That's it.
okay. Mm-hmm.
It's nothing. If you install some of the other models, if you
Okay.
use again get help command, it will read
Mm.
that documentation. It will available for you to show.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
That's how it will work. And when it comes to PowerShell,
Mm.
if I type suppose something like that, get the command in capital
Mm-hmm.
or small letter, get command,
Okay.
everything is work safe.
Ah.
It's a case sensitive, case
Mm.
insensitive default behavior of PowerShell.
Okay.
I mean to say capital A is equal to small a, both are equal.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Case insensitive language defaultly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, we did
Okay.
different, so that's what it was showing. Like if I defined case sensitive in the sense, both are different here.
Mm-hmm.
Both are different, but it's here when it comes to PowerShell, everything is same. You can write mixed
Okay.
command. Let's suppose get
Mm-hmm.
something like that. Also, we can write it.
Okay.
So it's a case insensitive language, default behavior of the PowerShell.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow's and next class, we will discuss about command types and
Mm-hmm.
command, let's say all the things we will discuss.
Okay.
Wildcard characters and in commands, what other things are there? Aliases, functions, commandlets, verb
Mm-hmm.
and verb nodes. What is the syntaxes and everything we will check. Okay. Yeah, in yesterday's class, we have discussed about what is PowerShell and all these things. And
Okay.
yeah, uh, just a moment.
Mm.
Okay, can you tell me what is the PowerShell definition which I have told you yesterday?
So the PowerShell is a scripting language, which also you can say like uh, automation scripting.
Hmm.
Mm,
Today's topic is like we'll talk about firstly how to find out
okay.
required command in the PowerShell.
Okay.
Okay, and also I yesterday I have forgotten to uh, teach about PowerShell features like as a
Okay.
points.
Mm-hmm.
I will write some points. Yeah,
This
before doing.
notes I will get in this one LMS portal or
Yeah, yeah, I will get in LMS portal. Otherwise, you will get from Google Drive. We will check about it. Like I will update it with one of the notes. You will
Mhm.
get receive everything from that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, just give me a second.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you tell me like what is the PowerShell definition?
So PowerShell is a a scripting tool which used to automate the what we can process or
Okay,
it's a
let me put it in
scripting
a
tool.
simple way for
Mm-hmm.
your remember purpose. We can
Mm-hmm.
say command line interface,
Mm.
command line interface, or also scripting language
Okay.
for automation or configuration management management
Okay.
tool. We can say simple like that. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Uh, Before 2006, we have to run a dependency on .NET framework.
Correct.
After 2016 onwards, it have become into open source.
.NET Core.
Yeah, they were running with .NET
Core.
Core.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Mhm.
as of present, it wasn't the version we'll be having like 7.4.
Correct.
So yesterday I have, didn't mention. Normally, stable release of PowerShell for every system will be having like
Mm-hmm.
5.1.
Okay. So stable version means so only like it's a tested and verified version or
Verified version, and we can also say for
mm,
every system defaultly, if you are
okay.
taking Windows 10, Windows 11,
Mm-hmm.
if every
Okay.
system will having defaultly this 5.1.
Okay. Okay. So if now if you use 2016 or 2019 server, by default it will be a 5.1.
Yes, yes. And
Okay.
also
Mm-hmm.
6.0 and above onwards, .NET versions are working. .NET Core is working actually.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in present now 2016 and 19 servers, so the .NET framework will be installed or a .NET Core will be there?
That's what, like for Windows, .NET Core and .NET Framework will be there.
Okay.
Just a moment.
Mm.
Before this, yeah,
So
.NET,
both will be there?
yeah, both will be there.
Mm-hmm.
So for Linux and this, what can I say?
Mac.
Yeah, Linux and Mac, they are using .NET Core on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
For latest version 7.4, also depending on .NET Core or .NET Framework, both the things will be working there. Any one of the
Mm-hmm.
dependency will be having it. It's nothing to worry on it. Anyway,
Okay.
some of the days I mean, starting initial days, we'll be training on older version of PowerShell, and later on
Mm.
we will be focusing to use on 7.3.
Okay. Like, what is the difference between that older version and newer version? Any?
Nothing. Any some
Mm-hmm.
new advancements will be there.
Okay.
Like commands upgradation, like that something will be there. So like
Mm-hmm.
related to cloud computing, related to cybersecurity.
Yeah.
7.3 is like some modules will be there. Powerful modules are there. We'll be using
Mm-hmm.
that. In existing versions also it will works, but both the things when we are learning, most of the cases 5.1 or 6 will be there. Like we'll to work on, but
Mm-hmm.
latest changes will be also there. But we will know about it
Mm-hmm.
because why 7.3 was learning is
Mm-hmm.
context is like these versions are going to be installed on Mac OS and Linux also, right? So we have
Okay.
to learn it as well as
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Okay, let's deep into dive. And before that, I need to talk about some of the features of PowerShell.
Okay.
Features of PowerShell. The first feature we already know about it. Like some people will say open source. Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
also there is just a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, I have told you like who is developed the PowerShell. Like yesterday class, I have explained about it. Like PowerShell was developed by Jeffrey Snowden.
Okay. Sure.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. In how many ways we can launch the PowerShell in a sense, like PowerShell console, and
Correct.
also we are having like method one, method two, method three,
Great.
and PowerShell console and PowerShell ISE we can use.
Yes.
Okay, default location of the PowerShell console and ISE is System
System set
32,
right to
Windows PowerShell
one.
V1.0.
Okay.
From there, we can launch the PowerShell over here. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
By using method one, like start type PowerShell with admin, without admin we can launch. Otherwise,
Mm-hmm.
method two is like pressing Windows R, type PowerShell, Control Shift Enter, in the sense it will open as
Administrator.
administrator mode. By
Okay.
shortcut method, we will open as Win plus
WinX.
WinX. Like in that also, we'll be having first option called as I
Mm,
option will be
correct.
normal mode. I will be normal mode. Okay, and
Okay. A will be admin mode.
A will be
Admin mode.
admin mode. Like that, it will open.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
yeah. Okay, when it comes to features of PowerShell,
Mm-hmm.
it is just a moment. It is a native task for automation scripting language. I mean to say, whenever
Mm-hmm.
you are purchasing the Windows system or when you're installing the Windows system,
Okay.
defaultly it will be available from the OS itself. From OS image itself, it was coming. It the automatic
Mm.
automation scripting language. PowerShell is
Okay.
automatically built in the. If you
Mm-hmm.
take any of the cloud servers, if you take any of the server OSs as well, any of the thing, by
Mm-hmm.
defaultly, this automation scripting language will be available.
Okay.
So that's one of the feature, and this is like command line interface. Okay. The third feature will be calling as earlier PowerShell. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
was tightly coupled coupled with operating system. Okay,
Okay. So what it means, earlier PowerShell was tightly coupled with OS means.
we are having .NET framework. Like without
Mm-hmm.
the .NET framework, we can't able to run that
Mm-hmm.
PowerShell. So it was
Okay.
tightly coupled with the operating system. Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
from 2016 August, I remember. I think Windows PowerShell has been declared as an open source.
Okay.
Okay, and
Okay.
PowerShell can be downloaded as a package for iOS, Linux, Solaris, and so on, etc.
Okay.
Okay, and also it is built on .NET framework.
Okay. So can we install PowerShell in Linux also?
Yes, yes, we can be able to install it.
Yeah.
.NET framework is up to
Mhm.
5.1 version.
Okay.
Okay, and
Mhm.
then version 6.0 and point zero and above versions on .NET Core platform. Okay, by
Okay.
default 5.1 version will be available. Those that will be built on a .NET framework. From
Okay.
above 6 versions onwards, it was built on .NET Core version.
Okay.
Nowadays, .NET framework they are not using it.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is using .NET Core.
Okay. But
And
still, somewhat like, in my earlier company, they were planning to upgrade .NET framework.
yes, yes, .NET framework they want to upgrade in the sense like because of this. What can I say? Like just a moment, I'll show the screen.
Okay.
Okay, if I type .NET
Mm-hmm.
download, it was, you can see here.
Mm-hmm.
By default, it was showing like Linux, Mac OS, and Windows. Previously, it was not
Okay.
there. .NET
Mm-hmm.
framework also there, but everyone is now upgrading to .NET Core.
Okay. Okay.
So by default, the website is redirected to the .NET Core only. Here you can say
Mm-hmm.
.NET framework will be there, .NET coding pack will be there, .NET images will be there. But
Okay.
still, if you check the main package, will be it's
Mm-hmm.
in .NET Core only. If you
Okay.
can check, click on all .NET versions, it will show us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can see a lot of increments, updates are going at. Now,
Okay.
long-term support is applicable to 8.0 and 6.0.
Okay. Okay. So this won't come in, Microsoft, this one, right? KB article patches.
It will come.
Okay.
Sometimes
Mm.
that's what depends upon the developer
Okay.
usages. We need to install it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Still, some of the people are still using like .NET 5, but it was
Mm-hmm.
ended supported that they have migrated to .NET 6.0.
Okay.
Now,
So for
latestly,
2012 servers and all .NET 5 will work or
not work, I
older
guess.
version?
I guess it won't
Uh,
work. Up
okay.
to .NET Core 3.1 or something like that, it will work. But
Okay.
.NET 4 onwards, it was not working in 2012. They have all
Mm-hmm.
migrated to 2019 and 2016, 2019 like that.
Okay. So as I remember, so .NET framework, in .NET framework, the all the like PowerShell related commands, everything will be there in .NET framework, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You can check about this everything in Wikipedia. We'll be having some
Mm.
information over there.
Mm-hmm.
So you can know about it.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we'll talk about the next concept. Okay.
Okay.
So we already know about something called as every PowerShell command,
Mm-hmm.
every PowerShell command is a .NET object. Every PowerShell command is a .NET command object.
Okay.
Object in the sense, if you write any command, it will
Mm-hmm.
equivalent to .NET object. Simple, we can say.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And in PowerShell, the console will be defaultly as blue color screen. If you open in your system as well, you will be
Yeah.
seeing like blue console, blue color screen. Okay.
Correct.
Yeah. This will be called as,
Any particular reason why it is blue? No, no, right?
yeah, yeah. No, there
No.
is reason like one line commands for executing.
Okay.
For that,
Okay.
they have maintained as blue color screen. And
Mm-hmm.
these also will be calling as linear expressions. These
Okay.
one line commands will also call as linear
Linear
expression.
expression.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And while launching PowerShell, what are the methods were there? Start
Just
and then type.
yeah, PowerShell.
Okay. And then next
Mm.
step is like Windows
Windows X.
plus R, Windows plus R,
Windows yeah.
and then PowerShell,
Yeah.
and then third method will like Windows
Windows
plus X,
X.
and then we need to press I or E.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
this is the way we can launching, and also the second point will be like in uh,
Mm.
PowerShell ISC will be there.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That thing We'll be learning from after some in linear sessions are over. We will try to use our PowerShell ISE as well.
Okay. So PowerShell ISE is used for scripting this one, right?
Yeah, yeah,
This one normal PowerShell console will be used for one line command. Correct.
yes, yes.
Okay. What?
By defaultly, PowerShell is a case
Insensitive, right?
insensitive.
Okay.
That means capital small a, I mean capital A equal to small a.
Small a. Yeah.
Default default behavior of the PowerShell. This is the default behavior of the
PowerShell.
PowerShell. Okay, and when it comes to case sensitive will be how it will be looks like case insensitive. Sensitive in the sense small a. I mean to say
Mm-hmm.
capital A is different to small a to right X, right? This is
Mm.
case sensitive and case insensitive. The difference will be like that. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll talk about the first thing like how to find out required command line in the PowerShell.
Okay.
So if I open here terminal in Windows 11, it will be calling as
Mm.
terminal.
Okay.
Okay. If I
Mm-hmm.
open something like that, like this, it will come. And if I type like get command, okay. If
Mm-hmm.
I hit enter, after typing this, if I hit enter, I'll be
Mm-hmm.
getting some huge list of commands. It will be loading it, I think. Yeah. I can see as a huge number of list over here. Okay. If I
Okay.
scroll down up to the heading very slowly,
Mm-hmm.
we'll be seeing different kind of names here.
Correct.
Okay, you can see this, it's a huge list.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let me, I have installed more number of packages here, dude. So that's why it was showing your
Okay.
huge numbers here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my God, it's still coming. Okay, let me do one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I will build one, what can I say? I'll build one server,
Mm-hmm.
Azure server, some server. In that we will see these commands. Okay.
Okay. So how much time it will take to build
Just
in
2 minutes,
Azure?
2 minutes
Two
only.
minutes. Oh. So at present market, like which is having more scope, like Azure or AWS?
Both are having huge market. There is
Oh.
both are competitors, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in India, both are having huge market.
Mm-hmm. And
Uh,
what about this one? Google Cloud?
it's like a niche beginner. So
Mm-hmm.
somehow like nowadays it's also becoming booming up. But
Mm-hmm.
most of the users are having database knowledge. Very
Mm-hmm.
lessly available people in Azure and GCP.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
Because I have huge list of commands. So that's the reason I was
Mm-hmm.
launching this mission. I have
Mm-hmm.
installed Google commands and Azure commands, database commands, so that the
Mm-hmm.
list is increasing here.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So it won't take that much of time to launch this mission.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And you are proper from Chaitanya?
I'm from Andhra Pradesh, Bangalore.
Okay. Staying in Bangalore only?
No, I'm not in Bangalore. I'm in my
Okay.
hometown currently.
Mm-hmm. Like it's a hybrid or a complete work from home?
I mean, I'm working as a freelancer as of now.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I'm working in one of the startup, which was
Mm-hmm.
located in Andhra Pradesh. So, and I was part-timely doing these trainings by
Mm-hmm.
online and offline.
Okay. So overall, what and all, technologies you are working?
Just a second, just a second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, overall, I have worked with Azure DevOps and
Mm.
Citrix and AWS
Okay.
DevOps like that I have worked.
Okay.
I think it was getting ready. Okay. So if you can observe here the screen,
Mm-hmm.
uh, sometimes functions with there, sometimes commandlets is there. On top of it, some of the things will be there. It
Mm.
was not showing it. Okay, let me run in administrator. Might be uh, okay. Yeah. So now it's in administrator mode. If I type git
Okay.
command, if you can observe,
Mm-hmm.
firstly, some of the commands will show it was loading it, uh, aliases functions, and then command cmd lets like that it was showing, right? It's keep on increasing
Mm-hmm.
the count. Yeah. And let me check this. What about this virtual machine? Yeah. Yeah.
Correct.
So uh, here, if I open any of the PowerShell here, just a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Let me switch off this one. Okay. Now, if I type Windows R, we're asking like to
Uh,
open PowerShell. Okay. Or
okay.
otherwise, we can open from Windows X. If I type like this, you can see we'll
Okay.
be getting like this. Now I'm pressing like A here. So it's
Okay.
asked it directly opened here. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And if I need to change the font settings. Defaults font. We put as 32 and then bold. Okay, it's still not increasing. Let's check one more time. Yep.
Mm. Okay.
So when we type this git command,
Mm-hmm.
it's just a second. Okay, if I type
Mm.
like this, we'll be getting huge list here also.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now if I scroll up to that here, now you can observe there is something different things will be shown. Okay, functions it was showing startingly, and also
Mm-hmm.
CM deletes it was shown, and also there is
Mm-hmm.
something different here called as in starting screens,
Okay.
alias.
Alias. Okay.
Firstly, heading will be like command type, name, version, and source. This is
Okay.
how it was showing it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
and then in the command type,
Mm-hmm.
there are sometimes it will show as alias, and then
Okay.
we will list down it. What will it show?
Mm.
Okay, next. I will rewrite the question like this from here.
Okay.
Okay. First
Mm.
one will be displaying like command. Okay.
Mm.
We have entered like a get command,
Yes.
and then we have pressed enter.
Yes.
Firstly, it was coming like command
Alias.
type.
Okay.
Command type is the heading.
Mm.
Inside of the command type, we'll be having alias. Okay. And then functions,
Missions.
and then cmd let.
Yeah.
This cmd let will also be will become pronouncing as command let.
Okay.
Command let. Okay, we'll be pronouncing less cmd let. We will not pronounce like that. We'll be pronouncing
Okay.
like command let.
Command
Okay,
line. Okay.
okay. And we'll
Mm.
also having sometimes we'll be having also applications. So those are representing as .exe
Totally.
format. Okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
like that we'll be having. Now, if I
Okay.
go over here, now we have huge number of list here,
Yeah.
right? Huge number
Mm-hmm.
of list. So to clear this output screen,
Mm-hmm.
to clear this output screen, we
Mm-hmm.
need to press like, okay,
Mm.
clear host. Clear host is the command. It will clear the screen or otherwise
Okay.
CLS or otherwise clear and otherwise control L. Control L will
Control.
just move up the screen, just it.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I
So
will write this in
normally, which one will use control
anyone. Control L
any
also we can use. Yeah, clear also we use. Shortcut
mm.
way we'll be using CLS.
CLS. Okay.
Okay. I will write this
Mm.
point as well.
Yeah.
To clear the console. Okay.
Okay.
First one will be like clear host. Okay. And
Mm.
CLS and then clear and then control
Control L.
less L. Okay.
Okay.
Like that we need to do here.
Mm.
Okay. Now
Okay.
there is in PowerShell, we'll be having first command, which is will be calling as A command.
Okay.
A command in commercial that will be calling as get command. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm.
Now let me ask you the question.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, for suppose in this here, let me minimize it.
Okay.
If I open Notepad,
Mm-hmm.
if I open Notepad,
Mm-hmm.
and if I open File Explorer as well,
Okay.
okay, how can we check what are the things are running?
So we'll go to Task Manager.
Task Manager and process information
Processor.
like that we'll be getting to know
Correct.
about it, right?
Correct.
If I click
Correct.
on more details, what all the
Mm.
things are open, it will just open here, right?
Yeah. Correct.
Based on GA mode, like we'll be directly
Mm.
go into the task manager and we can see this. All the
Okay.
applications has been opened here. Okay.
Okay. Correct.
Yeah. The same thing. How can
Mm.
we check it in command
Pro.
prompt?
Okay.
So we don't know about the command,
Okay.
right? We don't know
Mm.
about the command here.
Yes.
So to getting to know about this information,
Mm.
how can we do this?
Get help.
Okay, that's also one of the point. And before that,
Mm-hmm.
get command.
Okay.
Okay, and then greater than. Just a moment. I think just a moment. Just a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see here.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see here at present we have 1823 commands.
Okay, overall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. In this Windows mission, we have at present 1823 commands is there. In these
Mm-hmm.
1823 commands, if I talk about get command, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how can we know about all this information? Like how to get the process kind of information?
Mm, uh,
Is it difficult to find, right? Like which
Correct.
was the command and all the
Mm-hmm.
things we'll be using,
Yes,
right?
yes. Correct.
Based on the GA mode, what we are doing, we'll be searching for nearest keyword or something like that, right?
Correct, correct.
Okay, to get
Mm.
the process information.
Mm.
Okay, here
Yeah.
the point should be noted is what I
Mm-hmm.
have mentioned here. Okay,
Okay.
how to find, I mean, I will write out the command here. Firstly,
Mm.
what is the suitable command to get the process information in the PowerShell? Okay,
Okay.
this is the first question for us to discuss.
Mm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
total we have how many objects? 1823
Yeah.
commands. So among that, process is one of the command.
Yeah.
One of them is having one command, one of them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So how to find out in the sense we will be using one of the concept called as based on GUI mode. We will be finding out. We will be finding out
Mm.
the nearest searching keyword
Yeah.
based upon the above question. What is the keyword here for searching
Mm. Process.
process, right?
Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
So we need to take whatever the question they will give.
Mm.
We need to take the singular name of it,
Okay.
singular name of the searching
Keyword.
keywords. Okay.
Okay.
So we need to take that. And for getting this process information, we'll be
Mm.
using some uh, wildcard character
Okay.
to get the information. How the wildcard character will represent it's like by using
Mm.
star.
Okay.
So by using star, we're representing as like this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now in this system, we
Mm-hmm.
have opened as normally. I think
Yeah.
if I open run as administrator, let's check one more time. Okay, in default location, it was showing like this from here itself. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now, if I type
Mm-hmm.
git command, okay,
Mm.
and then by represent star, and
Okay.
before representing star, we will be
Mm.
mentioning as
Process.
process. Okay. To find out
Okay.
this, we'll be
Mm-hmm.
putting as wildcard character beginning and ending as well.
Okay.
So that we will search the keyword of it. So that
Mm-hmm.
we will
Okay.
search the keyword of it. You can check,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
okay,
Mm-hmm.
like this we are going to get. Okay.
Mm. Okay.
And also, if I wanted to, second question is like, if I wanted
Mm.
to find out all commands related to CSV
Okay.
for finding out this by using this thing, can you tell me how can we
Uh,
find out?
so CSV.
Yeah, how can we use that command here?
So get command store CSV.
Okay, get command star CSV.
Mm. Star. Mm.
We're getting it right.
Yes. Okay.
In
Mm-hmm.
the below list, we don't know for which
Mm.
command. for what purpose we are going to use, we doesn't know about it,
Correct, correct.
right?
Mm.
So we need to know for
Mm.
what purpose, which command is using for which purpose. We need to know
Yeah.
all these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. For wild card characters, I will be mentioning like this. Firstly, we have
Mm-hmm.
executed something like this, right? Yeah.
Okay.
I will copy this.
So this get command, so it will help like when we stuck somewhere, right? So
Yes.
which
Yes.
need to run commands. Okay.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Mm.
And in inside of it, if I
Mm.
wanted to check about uh,
Mm.
something called as log files, how can
Okay.
we check in log files in
Um,
Windows?
yeah, in Windows log files, we'll check in this one, event log, that one you are telling,
Yes,
or
yes,
Windows
yes,
log.
yes.
Yeah.
Event log,
So we'll go to event viewer.
event viewer or event log.
Yeah, event viewer, Windows,
Okay, and then
system. So
event
Windows
viewer,
logs,
and then we'll be
Windows
going
log,
to, yeah, Windows
Windows
logs.
log, system.
Like that, we'll be checking that here.
Correct, correct, correct. Mm.
This is the path where we'll check about events information.
Correct.
Yeah, right.
Mm.
Okay, those things we'll be checking from command line. Also, we can check that as well. We will know each
Okay.
and everything kind of details. How can we check? Okay,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
so let me write some of the notes points.
Mm-hmm.
So we have discussed about finding out CSV commands, CSV information as well.
Okay.
Okay.
So CSV information will be useful like importing, exporting CSV file.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Mhm.
Okay. So
Okay.
we can say as a PowerShell is a totally command line interface.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Means it works with only it works with
Only commands.
commands only, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we mean to say
Mm.
commands in the sense every command we can say as a .NET
Okay.
lightweight object.
Okay.
Lightweight object. Okay. Inside
Mm-hmm.
of this command,
Okay.
for these commands, what we are going to do, we'll be having like we have seen it already. We'll be having
Mm-hmm.
like alias,
Yeah, alias, functions.
alias, okay, and then functions, and then which one we have seen?
Mm. CMD.
Commandlets,
Yeah,
CMDlet.
CMD, right.
Okay,
Mm.
we need to pronounce it like commandlet. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
we need to pronounce it like get commandlet. Okay,
Okay.
so what is commandlet? This is the
Mm.
main interesting point we need to discuss.
Okay.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I will write some of the description points so that we will continue on tomorrow session. These things to explain.
Okay.
Commandlet is a one of the command. Okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and commandlet is one of the .NET object. Also, we can say
Okay.
is a .NET object,
Okay.
and also commandlet will perform a particular task,
Okay.
like for example,
Mm-hmm.
like creation of user
Mm-hmm.
and also file
Okay.
and anything.
Mm-hmm.
We can use by using commandlets, we can do that. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Tomorrow we'll discuss about syntaxes, commandlet syntaxes, and what is verb and dash inside of the commandlet. We will
Mm-hmm.
discuss all these points.